Hey, how's it going? It's Walsh here, sick as always. Welcome to episode 25 of my Ruthless SSFRN Acropolis League. So I'm just going to be straight up and honest with you. This character is probably going to be shelved. It's a really fun ability. It's a really interesting concept, but it's just really janky with it being autocast. So I'm probably going to save it for another league, but we'll see what happens. I had a really good weekend, a very productive weekend. Got a lot of stuff done. Anyway, hope you enjoy the video, and I'll see you near the end. I was mostly hovering in lower tier maps, somewhere between like tier 5 and tier 9, somewhere in there. I know it was kind of a wide range, but it really depended on how my character was doing. The main plus with this character is, my god, is it tanky. It is ridiculously defensive. Hey, a blueprint. I very rarely die except for getting one shot by like ridiculous fizz hits. I'm even able to go through porcupine packs, which is awesome. Got another key rack, which is sick. The main thing I'm still farming for, of course, is modifier tier rating. I only have one. Like, that's the thing that I really want to stress with this league. Yes, the crafting is OP, and as I have said many times before, I definitely don't want this crafting to go core. But I really don't think this league is that crazy. If you're looking at trade, yes, but like the thing is, trade is the most overpowered thing in Ruthless. Period. So of course this league on trade looks ridiculous. But I mean, you have to think, right? You want, like, the average people in chat are saying they don't use, like, a global chat, I mean, are using anywhere between 500 and 700 for a craft. I literally have found one tier rating in 5 days. So it's not that easy. Sure, some people get luckier, but you have to realize all three of my trees actually have the tier rating drop chance on the tree. So obviously, of course, the main way you want to use tier rating is to actually just buff up the effect. Like, for example, the one tier rating I have right now is actually giving me like 130 or something like that. Anyway, did a ghost temple. I got a third Devotos, which is kind of awesome. That means I have two more Devotos to double corrupt. I mean, why not? I mean, I can't really think of anything that would like hit on it that would be like build enabling, but I mean, it could be something really fun. So you never know. Hey, an immortal, whatever it's called. I pretty much never use this belt, but I mean, with rolls like that, I actually might, to be honest with you. Anyway, I went back to Earthquake for a little while because the reason my Catarina fights have been such terrible monster level zones is because I very rarely do a full, like, save house thing on one character. Usually I'm back and forth between characters. And I don't know if I'm crazy, but I swear, before, as long as you did like one or two safe houses as I level 83, it was pretty much always level 83. Now I did like three or four, no, sorry, three safe houses completely at level 83, and I went back to my other character at like 78, 79, and it dropped all the way to like 79. And I was like, oh my god. Anyway, though, I got the crappy shield, of course. I got a nice Regal target if I ever find a Regal orb again. I mean, it's not like a crazy jewel, but I mean, I'll take it. And we got a craft, which you might as well try. I'm gonna be honest with you, these things stress me out, but they're kind of fun. I actually hit really nice fizz on there, but all the exalts were trash. But whatever, it was a good attempt. Anyway, got another temple here. It's not really anything too crazy, but we have a unique swap, which, those are always fun. They very rarely give you anything good, but you never know. It could happen. I love Earthquake. I love Earthquake so much. And it's trash. Alright, fair enough. I mean, I guess you could say it's not trash, but I already have one, so that's pretty much why I'm saying it's useless. But overall, it is a good belt. Free Intimidate, the all res, some damage, health. Hey, speaking of belts, hey, it's all res, finally. My god, it's the first time I've dropped one in this league, which is fantastic, because there are at least 3 or 4 more builds I want to play. I'm not saying we'll get to all of them, but I'm really hoping I will. Hey, Catalyst. Oh my god. I got lasered. Don't mind that. I definitely have, like I was talking about in a couple of videos earlier, two very big videos that I really want, or videos, two really big builds that I really want to play. And one of them requires the two-handed sword, and the other one requires so much stuff at this point, there's no point even mentioning it. But I'm very much looking forward to it. Hey, oh god, I hate this map so much. I am pretty excited for one of them. The other one, I'm kind of nervous, but like, What I'm trying to do now, as I play more and more characters, every once in a while, I want to play a character that I would normally instantly disregard, something outside of my comfort zone, or something that I usually don't like playing. Maybe some archetype I don't like. I'm trying to do at least one of those every league, because my ultimate goal for Ruthless, besides everything I'm gonna do every league, is to play every single build at least once. I know that's kind of semi-impossible because stuff always keeps changing, But to be honest with you, I'm kind of cool with that. But overall, I do want to try to at least play every skill gem at least once, at the very least. Anyway, my temples have been pretty trash, to be honest with you, in terms of like I'm not getting double corrupts or tier 3 ghost rooms or whatever. Hey, a prism weave, nice. Now I have the replica and I have the normal one, which is great. Pretty disgustingly good leveling belts. The big problem with leveling belts is I usually forget to put them on. But anyway, like I was saying, my temples haven't been great, but I can't really complain. I got like what 4 or 5 double corrupts in a row on Inferno Blow, so it's pretty cool. Wait, I just got that belt and it was the exact same roll. I mean, okay, I guess I don't know what I'm gonna do with 2 of them, but whatever. I got 2 of them now. I guess that's cool. Anyway, I was doing some more mapping, some tier 16, trying to figure out what I'm gonna. Oh my god, that is a helmet. Trying to think what I'm gonna roll next. I got some catalyst to finally 20% this, but funny enough, the last 3% actually did nothing. But whatever, it looks nicer at 20%. I'm not necessarily gonna play Brutus Lead Sprinkler, but if that belt survives a double corrupt, I might. I might. Hey, a memory, nice. Yeah, I was just chilling on Earthquake for quite a while. Just I knew I was gonna re-roll. The question is, what should I roll into? Hey, a Kirak, a Kirak, a Cortex, and a ring. And the ring sucked. Whatever, it's cool. Can't complain. The Cortex I actually forgot to unidentify, so I have no idea what the mods were. But I did die twice, so do with that information what you will. And we got terrible loot. Got a beachhead finally, which is kind of cool. Nothing crazy. I mean, the beachhead, like, yeah, it's cool to get a beachhead and stuff, but at the same time, it's like, dude, I am. There's no chance in hell I'm ever gonna be able to make a unique, let alone the unique I want to make. I was gonna do it for XP on the Elementalist, but honestly, she could not survive, sadly. All right, so it hasn't been a long time of me testing out this new style, not using the Kulamac, and I just kind of threw on any random like +1 fizz wands I had. I'm gonna be honest, this build is probably gonna get abandoned. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna try it for a little longer today, but I don't know, man. Even if I could triple the damage of this character, it would still feel kind of awful. Well, who knows? We'll see. I'll try for a little while, and you might see me level another character. I will say, though, I think this as a Saboteur would actually be pretty amazing, but going for, like, Elementalist on this was a pretty terrible idea. Hey, nice. I mean, it's really not the worst. I mean, you gotta think this weapon's pretty trash. Doesn't really offer me anything. It's kind of an okay shield, though. It kind of helps me a little bit. And I just kind of threw on whatever support gems I had on me. Right now, I'm doing Arcane Surge level 1 for Blade Vortex because that gives the damage for the Arcane Surge on my, what's it called, Blade Blast? Well, I don't know. We'll see. I'll mess with the jewels a little while. Honestly, there's so many builds I want to play this league, so I really like kind of felt like this build was going to be unlikely to work out. But I wanted to give it a try because I didn't even know this skill existed, the unloading. But maybe I'll wait for another league when I play it as a Saboteur. Who knows? Hey, I finally got a Vermilion ring. Nice. So I took a break and I was messing around on POV for a while. I was thinking about re-rolling another Ascendancy to play the Transfigured Blade Blast, but I don't know, man. It just doesn't jive with me. It's just not the skill I really want to play. I think it's a really cool idea, and I think if it looks interesting to you, the Blade Vortex like being exploded for damage, I would highly recommend it. The only problem is when it's triggering automatically. You kind of have to like be very conscious of how many stacks you have and then like worry about your unleash and timing it correctly with your blade blast. I mean, you don't have to do it that way, but it's kind of hard for me to not focus on it. So I'm gonna, yeah, definitely take a step back from that character. Maybe try in a different league as Saboteur, like I was saying earlier. So my goal right now, I'm gonna farm between probably mostly Earthquake for a while. Maybe go back and forth between Inferno Blow. I only need 2 more tier rating corpses, which granted that could take a whole week to get. I'm hoping it doesn't. I might even use the random corpse thing just to try to increase my odds. But I'm going to try to craft that 2-handed elemental sword, and if I get that, I'm going to reroll. Because the thing is, I was thinking of maybe rerolling like a cold dot or something. I think that'd be pretty cool. You could automatically have the vortex casting. But I really, really want to play this character with a sword, so probably just going to farm for that. But who knows, I might drop something between now and then, and I might reroll. Anyway, that's where I am right now, so carrying on. Decided to do some crafting because why not? Having a Vermilion ring is pretty sick. It's kind of funny, like you have to think, how many characters do I have? Like 5 or 6? And this is the first Vermilion I have dropped. I deleted pretty much all of my currency trying to craft it, and unfortunately we did not hit. But I mean, hey, that's how it goes sometimes. The steel ring, the vermilion ring, they can fail, but my dreams live on. Anyway, I was doing some more tier 16, and I got my fifth or fourth. I don't even know how many cast with damage taken gems I have, but I have enough where I might double or 3 to 1, which I don't think I have ever 3 to 1 to 3 cast with damage taken. But we're getting pretty close. Got our lens temple that you saw, which I saved. I decided to run another temple. This one I've had saved for quite a while. It just had Netziri in it. And we actually got the boots, which I honestly, I don't know what to do with them. I mean, I'll probably, actually, you know what? The character that needs the two-handed sword could probably use those boots. Hey, look at that. Praxis. Wow, very cool. Very, very useful. Yes, thank you. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a good ring, but my God, it is so hard to get rid of a ring. Hey, scarabs. Like dropping a ring is such a an extensive commitment. I very rarely find it worth it, except for build enabling uniques, of course, or something like Ventors. But other than that, it's very hard to justify for me. Anyway, I was just doing some more tier 14s. I dropped down just so I could try to get some more maps around tier 13 because I think my next character is probably not going to be the greatest at tier 14 plus, but we'll see. But yeah, that was the main reason I dropped down. Did some more Elder Guardians, got some trash. I mean, I know it sucks that 99% of your influence gear is trash, but you have to remember that it's all just randomly rolled uniques basically, because you can't really craft them except for the sockets and whatnot. I mean, you can slam them, but you know what I mean. Anyway, I got another ring and then died, and it sucked. The ring was trash, but that's cool. I mean, I've killed what 7 or 8 memory guys this league. It's that's quite a bit to be honest. I don't even have them spec'd on my tree anymore. After this map, I knew I was gonna start my next character, and funny enough, she dropped a determination in Act 5. So I ended up rolling a Raider, which I have not yet done in Ruthless, I'm pretty sure, and we are using Molten Strike of the Zenith, which I have also never used before. I tried not to use POB too much with this one because the more the thing with builds I've never played before, if you look at them in POB and sometimes you look at the damage, you kind of just don't want to play it. You're like, this looks like dog shit. So that's the main reason I try to avoid POB because a lot of times you miss out on characters and POB is not always accurate. It's not that it's not always accurate. There's just a lot more factors that it's usually displaying for you. But I have high hopes for this character. Anyway, I will say about the leveling experience, Act 1 through 3. I used Molten Strike from level 1. I immediately started using the Zenith. That's pretty much how I always like to do it, just so I can experience the skill, see what it's like early on, see if it's viable to level with and whatever. And let me tell you, Acts 1 through 3 were awful. Absolutely terrible. My God, do not level with Molten Strike. At least not as a ranger. It was a terrible time. I was going to use Galvanic Arrow for a while, but man, I should have just done that because it was pretty terrible. After I got my first Ascendancy, I did decide to go for the Onslaught first, and I'm very glad I did because that attack speed was so noticeable, it's not even funny. Yeah, Frenzy Charges are pretty awesome, but you have to build them up first. But with the Onslaught, you just permanently have it. Now, of course, I'm pretty negative towards Onslaught and Ruthless because it does not give you movement speed. But for this specific character, it's pretty incredible. And I'm sure there are other characters that benefit from Onslaught, but generally it's not really worth your investment. But I'm kind of excited. So not only are we playing a skill I haven't played before, we're doing an Ascendancy I haven't played before, in a way I haven't played before. So I'm pretty excited. It took me about 5 hours and 35 minutes. I say about, but that's exactly how long it took to complete the campaign, which is not very fast for a character that's on a 4 link, but I'm not going to complain. Hey, if you made it this far in the video, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I am level 65. We have not even done a map yet. As soon as I finish campaign, I wanted to get the video up. That way I could get it ready for the next day. My resist are pretty trash, but I mean, that's to be expected. I'm just wearing a lot of nonsense. I don't know, how long have I had this 5 link? I do not remember having this 5 link. I just put it on just before Kitava. I didn't want to, switch the colors around, deal with all that. So I didn't even use a 5 link for the fight. But we do have a really nice axe, so I can't really complain too much. In my leveling tab, of course, we have the beautiful, fantastic Void Axe, and these gloves, which are going to make Rage incredible in this character. And of course, it's going to hook me up with all the res I really need. I mean, I still need more res in other places, but that's fine. So here's the big thing, or conundrum, I guess. I hate that word, but here's the big situation right now. I'm either going to use the crab armor or the six link armor on Earthquake. The main reason I don't want to use the Earthquake armor is I have to re-roll the colors. I need 2 green, and we're still pretty broke from my last character. Because remember, I just leveled that character up, the Blade Blast, on like what, Friday or Saturday. I don't even know. It wasn't that long ago, so I have not financially recovered yet. So I'm probably just going to use the crab armor because it's 6 white sockets and not mess with the colors on my main character, because Earthquake is by far my strongest character, at least so far this league. The main thing with this character is it's going to be really fast, hopefully. You can't really tell because I don't have frenzy charges, but every frenzy charge gives me 4% movement speed, which is pretty radical. Of course, we always have Onslaught. For Uberlab, I'm going to take I mean, it's not going to be crazy because I don't have a lot of spell suppression, but perma phasing is pretty fantastic. It also opens up a flask slot for me. I'm probably just going to manually use a granite flask, which won't be too bad. I don't have fortify because I don't know. So it does say that it has to be a melee hit that fortifies. I don't think the balls count. I'm going to be honest. I don't think they count for the fortify. And since they don't count, I don't really think I can maintain, like, I don't know, because the fifth hit is only for the projectiles, so it doesn't really help your hit. I just feel like it won't be enough to fortify against bosses, but we'll see. Anyway, I also have covered in ash. I haven't been moving, which of course we're not moving because we're a strike skill, and we have some penetration, conversion. We're fully fire converted. We got all the basic rage stuff. We intimidate and all that stuff. So basically, I'm just gonna go do some maps, some tier ones, jump up whenever I can, and hopefully in a day or two, this character will be pretty awesome. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I see you tomorrow.